Working with these horses every day is a pretty important thing. And even if you don't ride them, the thing is to get them out, pick up their feet, saddle them, get them. You just kind of mess with them a little bit. You don't necessarily have to do everything with them, but you do have to do a lot of things with them, just so they get used to, just so they're used to being handled all the time, and they're not, they're not jicks. So I was saying that last time, all of my horses, I don't. Oh, come here, step up. Whenever I saddle them, I don't do the whole petting thing. I just saddle them, throw a saddle on them, move it around. And that's what I was talking about that last time. Whenever I'm on one side of them, I want them to kind of just step to the other side. I don't want to have to be walking around, kind of moving things around and stuff like that. So, I just want to be on one side, and I don't want them crowding me up against the fence or anything like that. So whenever I walk to this side, he should move away from me to that side. If I have enough room, I'm not worried about it. But if he tries to crowd me, then I'm gonna ask him to move away. It's kind of cool out here today. And that's another thing. If you got a horse that, kind of likes to be fresh a little bit, just get him used to getting handled while it's cool and stuff like that, and just kind of gird him up. Oh, he moves around, not a big deal. He's not spooky, so I don't worry about it. He's mainly watching that dog because that dog gives him a hard time. And this, whenever I throw my saddle over them, they're already used to that saddle being thrown over them. And whenever that hits them, it's not a big deal. Brez Collar's the same way. You know how, but he's used to backing up. When he feels that pressure on him, he wants to back up. And that's just something that you work on as you go along. It's not a big deal. He doesn't try to step away or set back or anything like that. This rigging right here is off one of the bigger horses. And I'd actually forgot about this rigging. I'd loaned it to a friend of mine. And I'd actually gave him the saddle because they'd gotten a horse and they didn't have a saddle. So I gave him this one right here. And he got rid of the horse. They got rid of the horse. And he asked me the other day if I wanted that saddle back. So I went ahead and got it back. And I was using my old wore out saddle on him. And I took some of the rigging off of that other one, and I'm using it on him. And I put it on this saddle right here, and I'm using it on him. So he's pretty good with it. He's pretty good horse. He's young, and he takes to everything so good. He's pretty laid back. I hope he stays that way this whole time. And usually, whenever you do that with one, they do stay that way. So we'll work him. I'm not going to put a bit in his mouth today. I'm just going to work him with a halter because all I'm going to do is yield his hindquarters and get him to step over and stuff like that. So I don't really need a bit in his mouth like that. If I'm going to do and I don't even do it with stops. I might just throw those reins over it and bump him like that and get him to do some stops and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and I'm gonna stop it right there, and we're gonna mess with him for just a minute.